Alright, so this is an explanation of some of the snare turntable stuff I've been working on. So here I've got a condenser microphone, and this outer part is just a 3D printed grip that I've made just to make it a bit easier to hold. I've had this microphone and I've been using it for feedback snare stuff for a few years, but for the turntable stuff where I'm doing a lot of fast movements, having something larger like this to hold it is a bit better, and you can kind of see the microphone inside there. The other component is this, which is a DIY MIDI controller. So there's a little Arduino Teensy in there, and I'm sending 14-bit MIDI to max. And that's running through a few things in max, but primarily there's a function like this, which is giving me a very sharp cut at the beginning, bringing the volume up to 60%, and then a sort of a curve taking it up to 100. So it gives me a bit of control over volume in terms of what I'm cutting, but also gives me a very sharp cut at the beginning. All right. Then primarily I'm treating the drum surface metaphorically like a record, so I'll move the microphone forward and back. Now, unlike on the record where the sort of rate that you move and the direction that you're moving has an impact on pitch and sort of timbre, here that's not so much the case because it's more or less symmetrical. So what I can do to control those things, I'll change the angle of the microphone. And I can also use my nails. So by putting my nails down, I get a sort of a brighter sound. So that's how I treat my left hand, more or less. Just using the angle of the microphone and my nails coming in and out to control timbre. Now what I do with the right hand is treating this like a metaphorical record, is I just take turntable scratch techniques and apply them literally to what I'm doing. So a baby scratch would be literally moving the record back and forth. So that would be that. Now that becomes a chirp if I cut in the middle of it. So instead of being one continuous sort of sound, gets a sharp cut in the middle. Okay, and then you can do other things like a flare is where I have a slower movement here, and I'm going to click in the middle of it to produce 4 sounds from the 2 movements. And then normally they're chained together, so if I put a couple chirps and a flare together, I get a Kermit. Which on its own, the record would be. Okay, and then there's other sort of flares which have multiple amounts of clicks, so like a 2-click one would be 3-click. You can do sort of other combos. And then I can also do crab techniques with this hand here, which is where you use multiple fingers. Or I can sort of leave them open. All that kind of stuff I found came fairly easy, I guess, from playing piano and sort of drums to get that kind of coordination. And the harder part was getting a really responsive cut here with the turntable. So I spent quite a long time, with the crossfader, I spent a long time in tweaking the physical part of this and the code to get a really sharp cut so I can get those clean crabs. And then what I find is useful sometimes for practicing, I have a hi-hat felt here, and if I put that down, that gives me more just a bandpass noise sound, which lets me focus on getting a clean cut here without worrying about the timbre. So that's kind of it.